TLDR how to multi-boot Linux using rEFInd as the boot manager. Boot into the installer for the first operating system you'd like to set up. I'll set up Linux Mint, Zorin OS, Fedora and Manjaro on a Hyper-V virtual machine in this video. You can follow the same steps if you're planning to install on a physical machine though. Open GParted or install it in the live environment if it's not available per default. Create one EFI system partition with FAT32 as the file system and the size of 1 GB. You can allocate less disk space to this partition if necessary, although the exact disk space required will depend on the number of operating systems and kernels you plan to install or backup. Make sure to select the boot and ESP flags for this partition. Then create one root partition for each operating system you plan to install. I'm using ext4 as the file system. In the end, your partitions should look like this. Run the installer for your operating systems. Make sure that for each operating system you select manual partitioning and mount the ESP under /boot/EFI if it's not set automatically. Select the correct partition as the root partition for the operating system by mounting it to /. The installer may require you to format the partition during the installation process. In my case, the partitioning looked like this for Linux Mint, like this for Zorin OS, like this for Fedora, and finally like this for Manjaro. Choose the appropriate settings for your installation in the respective installers, like time zone, keyboard layouts, user account, and so on. Before moving on to install the next operating system, start the current OS and log in. Open a terminal and move to /boot/EFI/EFI. Create an ignore directory and move the two new directories created after installing the OS into this ignore directory. Rename them if necessary, for example from Ubuntu to Mint or Zorin. Install rEFInd from your package manager. Ensure that you are installing the latest version by checking the rEFInd source repository on SourceForge. At the time of recording, the latest available version is 0.14.2. Open the configuration file found in /boot/EFI/EFI/rEFInd/rEFInd.conf and adjust it to your liking. Install a theme if you want to customize the appearance of rEFInd. Themes and installation instructions can be found on GitHub. Create a themes directory in /boot/EFI/EFI/rEFInd and git clone the relevant theme into it. Include the theme.conf file in your rEFInd.conf. Reboot your system. You may have to enter your UEFI BIOS to verify the boot order. rEFInd should be the first entry in the list. Congratulations, you are now distro hopping in style. Until next time.